greetings to Serbia.
Hello, Belgrade.
Hello, schönen guten Nachmittag, shalom to Belgrade.
Hello, Belgrade.
Hello, Belgrade.
Dear friends in Serbia.
Shalom Serbia.
Hello, Belgrade.
Hello Belgrade.
Zdravo, Belgrade, Serbia.
Big hello to everybody there in Serbia.
Hello, Belgrade.
Good evening, beautiful Belgrade.
Hello, my name is Zanet Batino, and I'm connecting with you from Athens, Greece, from the Jewish Museum of Greece, where I work. Hello, Belgrade. Greetings to Serbia. I wanted to share with you a photograph of my grandmother, Zanet Nahmia, whose name I have. She was an Auschwitz survivor who passed away a few weeks ago, a few short weeks before her 100th birthday. She has always been my inspiration. She gave her story, her testimony. She shared it many times. And she has been the power behind my every effort that this museum has done for Holocaust education and remembrance in Greece. As the last of our survivors leave us, the weight of remembrance falls on us. Let's not fail them. Hello, Belgrade. My name is Anat Bratman El Halel, and I am the head of the archives and the museum collections at the Ghetto Fighters House Museum in Israel. I want to share with you this photo. It was taken in Belgrade, probably in 1945 or 1946, after the Holocaust, of course. It was taken after a bar mitzvah ceremony organized by the Jewish community of Belgrade. All these boys are Holocaust survivors. All of them are orphans. And here you can see my father, Elias Al-Halel. He lost his parents, Ventura and Marco Al-Halel, during the Holocaust, and his only brother, Meshulam Al-Halel. I'm attached to this photo. It symbolizes, as I see it, the terrible loss on one hand, and on the other hand, the strength of the human spirit.
Dear friends in Serbia, this is Jan-Erik Dubbelman. Greetings from Costa Rica, where I'm currently residing. I've been working for the Anne Frank House in Amsterdam for about 38 years. And my special object or photo that I would like to talk about is a picture taken by photographer Arnold Newman in 1960 of Otto Frank, the father of Anne Frank and the only survivor of the 8 people in hiding. That picture means a lot to me because it hung as a big panel in the corridor of my office for years, and every day I passed by it, it inspired me because both it has a very sad component. You see in the face of Otto Frank the immense loss he felt for his loved ones, and at the same time it was taken at the day of the opening of the Anne Frank House, the museum that Otto Frank worked so hard for. So it both showed the sadness and the resilience. Thank you.
Hello, Belgrade. Greetings to you. I'm Tali Nates. I am the Executive Director and founder of the Johannesburg Holocaust and Genocide Center in South Africa. And why this item, page 10 of Schindler's List, means so much to me, because my father, Moses Turner, Marion Turner, and my uncle, Henry Turner, were saved by Oskar Schindler. And because of a German, a member of the Nazi Party, I am alive and can teach in South Africa, can remember, and can learn lessons for humanity 80 years after the Holocaust. This is very, very important for me, and I'm sure it is very important to all of you.
My name is Hanna Lessing from Vienna, Austria, at the National Fund of the Republic of Austria for Victims of National Socialism. Hello, schönen guten Nachmittag, shalom to Belgrade. I would like to show you today an object which is very dear to me. In 1938 and 39, Jews lost their jobs. Very often, families were left behind with no income whatsoever for the waiting time in case they could escape to another country. My grand aunt, Paula Lessing, was of such a family. Her husband was a dentist. They had a good income, and suddenly they were stripped of it. And so these ladies of the society started doing handmade work, handicraft, and sold it so that they could have a small income until luckily they could escape. So this is one of these pieces of work that she did. We shall never forget.
Hello, I'm Ruth Ann Lenger, and I'm calling you from University College London Centre for Holocaust Education. And I'd like to say a big hello to everybody there in Serbia and to all of you in Belgrade too. I want to share with you this photograph. And in this photograph, you'll see a dear, dear, dear friend of mine, and his name is Leon Greenman. Unfortunately, he's no longer with us. He died in 2008 at the age of 97, a really old man. As you can see from this photograph, he had a tattoo stamped on his arm. The number was 98288. He survived Auschwitz. He was there with his wife and his child, a little boy called Barney. At arrival at Auschwitz, they were separated, and his wife Else and Barney went in one column, and Leon was ordered to another. He always told me that he remembered seeing the last glimpse of them because they had red coats and red hats on, and he could just see them in the distance, but they were being taken away along with other women and children. He didn't know it at that point, but the Nazis were taking them away to be murdered. Leon, as I said, survived, and he spent most of his years after the war talking to school groups and anyone that would listen, to be honest, about his experiences in Auschwitz concentration camp. I had this very unusual, close friendship with him that gave me an insight into how difficult it was as well to live with the memory of the Holocaust. He had many nightmares, and it was quite hard for him to trust anyone after the war, after what had happened to him. But he is a real inspiration to me and has helped me understand much more about the Holocaust. And my role, my job is about teaching teachers so they can communicate to young people what the Holocaust was, why it's important to learn about it, and how and what we can do to prevent atrocities like genocide ever happening again.
Hello, Belgrade. I'm Sandra Rosenfeld, and I am in Israel. And the object I want to share with you today, which for me is important when I memorialize the Holocaust, is this talit. This beautiful, beautiful talit, which used to belong to my grandfather Ignaz, who was born in 1903 and used it in his own bar mitzvah. And it was then passed on to my father, Ivan, and he used it in his own bar mitzvah when he celebrated it in Serbia in 1945 when he came back from the camps in Austria. It is important for me because of what it symbolizes. It symbolizes continuity. Continuity of my dear grandfather, Ignaz. Continuity of my dear, dear father, Ivan. Continuity, of course, of the whole Rosenfeld family. Continuity of our traditions. Continuity of the Jewish people. Greetings and best wishes, Serbia.
Zdravo, Belgrade, Serbia. Hello, my name is Mehnaz Afridi. I teach at Manhattan University and I teach the Holocaust. I am a Muslim woman that wants to spread the education of the Holocaust, but also the awareness of the survivors. In my hand here, I have the registry of Jewish names. In this book, there are names of survivors that I've interviewed in the past, and I want to say, we shall never forget. It doesn't matter where we're from and who we are. We have to stand in solidarity for the memory of the Jews and the Jewish survivors. Thank you so much. Goodbye, Belgrade. Bye-bye, Serbia.
My name is Jody Spiegel, and I'm the director of the Holocaust Survivor Memoirs program at the Azrieli Foundation in Canada. Hello, Belgrade. I'm so delighted to share with you that when I think about the Holocaust and my connection to it, it comes through the form of memoir. But this particular memoir, Memories in Focus by Pinchas Gutter, is very special to me. Pinchas, who is in his 90s, and we share a connection. And the connection is that we both have sisters named Sabina. Sabina is my sister. We're best friends. And Pinchas' sister and twin is named Sabina. They were inseparable from the minute he was born until their last moments together when he was 10 at the Majdanek concentration camp. Pinchas has a phenomenal memory, and yet the only thing he remembers about his sister is not her face. It's how they played together and this yellow braid. So for me, the connection that we have to our families will always bind us to those who feel that the loved ones are close by. Thank you so much for taking this time to learn about the Holocaust and to share how you will bring this forward.
Hello, Belgrade. My name is Stefania Manca, and I'm a researcher of digital Holocaust memory and education at the Institute of Educational Technology of Italian National Research Council. This means that I study how digital technologies, particularly social media, can help younger generations remember and commemorate the Holocaust. My first encounter with this topic, however, was many years ago. I was about 11 years old when I read The Diary of Anne Frank, followed shortly by If Is a Man by Primo Levi, both in Italian, of course. For me, these readings were life-changing experiences because they confronted me for the first time with the horrors of the Holocaust. A lot of time has passed since then, and today I'm more committed than ever to educating younger generations about the Holocaust through the use of modern technology. However, it's important to remember that valuable resources like these books that shaped my early understanding of this topic should not be neglected, even in the age of Instagram and TikTok.
Hello, my name is Sue Hampel and I'm from Melbourne, Australia. I am the co-president at the Melbourne Holocaust Museum. Greetings to Serbia. This is a pre-war photograph of my father, he is on the right, with his parents and 2 of his 4 siblings. In 1944, the family was deported from their home in Romania to Auschwitz-Birkenau. My father was the only survivor. He was liberated in Buchenwald. My dad's war experiences had a profound impact on my life. My father taught me the importance of memory and its transmission to future generations. So I became a teacher of the Holocaust to educate the next generation. I became a teacher of the Holocaust to fulfill the mitzvah of Zachor, remembrance. My father's memories have become part of who I am. He was the one who first handed me the torch of remembrance.
My name is Dr. Jennifer L. Rogers, and I'm the Director of Academic Programs at the USC Shoah Foundation. I want to say hello to Serbia and hello to Belgrade. What I want to share with you today is a copy that I keep on my computer of a transport list from Vienna to Izbica in February of 1942. On that list are the names of parents of somebody who was very, very dear to me. And I will never forget when I showed him this document for the first time, and he asked me, where are the rest of the documents? And I had to explain, well, there are no more documents. And he said, well, how do you know what happened? And I said, well, we know with transport lists that, particularly to places like Ibiza, that within a day or two of their arrival, that they were murdered by the Nazis or their allies. And his reaction was so poignant. He and his sibling had managed to escape on one of the last kinder transports, and he never went back to Vienna. And that story is so meaningful for me because it reminds me that these are not just lists, that these are individuals who had families, and the effects of this continue on today and live today. This reminds me of the impact and why we remember what we do and why we memorialize these people in our work every year.
Shalom, Serbia. My name is Adi Rabinowitz-Bedin, and I'm from Israel, the area of Jerusalem. I'm the youngest granddaughter to Holocaust survivors. So for me, the one thing that connects me both to the Holocaust, of course, and that means to the family that was lost in the Holocaust, is a photo. So in this photo, you can see my grandfather on the right, Shlomo Berkovich, and on the left, the younger brother, Dudie, and in the middle, my great-grandfather. They were all from Transylvania. That's the one thing that I have left. And the thing is, that with Holocaust remembrance, there are many things that can connect us to the Holocaust. But at the end of the day, memory is about the people. And this is my way to remember people, to remember my great-grandfather, Ben-Zion Berkowitz.
Good evening, beautiful Belgrade. Greetings from Stockholm. My name is Petra Marcelius, and I'm the Director General of the Swedish government agency, the Living History Forum. We work to promote democracy and human rights based on lessons learned from the Holocaust. A person that's left a lasting impression on me is Hungarian Holocaust survivor Ferenc Göndör, who wrote this book. He came to my school when I was around 15 years or so and told his story about Hungary before the war, how he was deported to Auschwitz in 1944 and how he survived Auschwitz. I had, of course, read about the Holocaust before that, but this was completely different. Hearing the story of someone who survived the horrors of the Holocaust, that made a tremendous impression on me, and it was, in fact, life-changing, and I will never forget it.
Hello, Belgrade. I want to share with you a very special photo for me and my memory of the Holocaust. That is a photo from the notorious so-called Auschwitz album from 1944, when a German photographer documented the arrival of the train full of Hungarian Jews in Auschwitz-Birkenau. Many years later, Auschwitz survivor Lili Jakob recognized the people from her village in the photographs and identified the album. This is the only surviving visual evidence of the process of arrival, selection, separating the families, and everything that led to the mass murder of Auschwitz-Birkenau. A memorable photograph to me is a photo of a boy selected to a group of elderly people and children. We can see resignation, sadness, and disappointment in his eyes as he is forced to stay with his grandmother, not big enough to follow with the older boys and men. For me, this photograph shows how the families were broken when most of them saw their dear ones for the last time. They were so lonely and sad in this process. Even those who survived continued to feel the same sadness and loneliness till the rest of their lives. This boy also reminds me of my own father, who was of similar age, just a boy, when he was left behind as an orphan in Kozara in 1942. This is one of my motivations to remember.